Hello everybody, my name is Jessica. Welcome to another episode of Budget Freedom. These videos cover budgeting and my budget by paycheck workbook, which is available on my website, www.budget-freedom.com. It's also available in all the links below. Last week we left off talking about the method for budgeting, my method for budgeting, which is really to know your numbers so that you can make decisions wherever you are in any situation because you know your numbers that well. Today I want to talk about my strategy, and my strategy in life overall is balance. I don't like extremes because you get worn out, you get deflated, you get overworked. So I believe that balance is the best thing in life in all aspects, including financially. Money is stressful, guys, and we have to try to make it as least stressful as possible and also be as successful as we can in it. And again, to do that, we have so many things that are out of our control, so many financial expenses or obligations that might come up that might be in our control but still require us to make decisions that we don't really want to make. So again, we just need to be really, really balanced with our finances. And my strategy with that is a combination of paying your bills, your monthly bills that you have to pay, saving money, and also paying off that extra debt so that you can become debt free and start really building wealth and investing in yourself and your family and your future. So you do need to do these three together at all times, no matter what. If you are not combining the three, you might still be successful, but in my personal opinion, you'll be the most successful combining the three because there are loopholes to every scenario if you leave out one or the other. If you just pay your bills and just pay off debt and you have no cash savings, first of all, I think that there is a psychological aspect, attached to that. It's really hard to give all your money to debt, even though you're paying down your debt, and not have anything saved that you can look at and go, wow, that is my money that I have cash on hand at any point if I need it. It's encouraging to do that when you're on this journey, which is very hard and very long. And then there's the useful aspect of it as well, which is you never know what is going to happen. The current situation that the world is in is a great example. I know it's a once in a lifetime situation, hopefully. And, it's not going to be the norm, but there have been so many other things that also are not the norm. I mean, the 2008 financial crisis was not the norm either. And these two things have happened in my lifetime. So that's already two up on us. And that's not to mention, things that might not necessarily impact the whole world, but might impact you. There are so many things that can happen to us humans just by living, car accidents, God forbid, and losing your job, expenses coming up, family members needing help. There's so many things. The list is endless. You always need cash on hand. I always say cash is king. So I just believe in balance. I believe that we need to do both of them at the same time. We need to pay our bills, obviously. We need to pay off our debt so that comes down. But we also need to save cash at the same time. And it does go a bit slower. A lot of people talk about the debt snowball. The debt snowball is when you pay off your smallest bill first, and then you take your second smallest bill, but then you have the extra money left over that you were paying on the small one to now apply to that second big loan. And it works like that, all the way up. So the more you pay off, the more money you have available to pay on the bigger loans, it still works in this method because even when you pay off your smallest debt, you're still going to have more money to apply to both your savings and your debt. It's just that your snowball will go a little bit slower. But your snowball will go a little bit slower as far as paying off your debt, but you'll also have a second snowball building, which is your cash savings snowball. And that one is going to be growing. So for me personally, I like that. I feel more comfortable knowing that I have a little bit of insurance policy for myself and my family. For example, in the situation that we're in right now, I have paid off credit cards, thankfully. They're all on zero. I keep them in a drawer, one credit card and one overdraft, but they're on zero. I keep the cards in a drawer at home. I don't carry them around. I don't use them. I act like they don't exist, but they're there for emergencies. And right now, I mean, we're looking at 2 months, 3 months of no income, and I have cash savings, which is going to keep me from using those credit cards, hopefully. But if I didn't have the cash savings, I have no income. I don't qualify for unemployed, benefits and things like that because I'm self-employed. So I would have no option but to use credit. And then I would be in more debt again. Car repairs can do that to you. Furniture expenses, a burst pipe in your, I mean, there's so many things. So that's why I really, really strongly believe in doing both together, having your cash savings and paying off debt at the same time. It's a bit slower snowball, but you're moving two snowballs, whereas if you only pay off debt, you're moving one snowball just faster. So I don't judge, people that want to just pay off debt, that's great. That's, an awesome thing, and I admire that and I respect that. So you got to do what is right in your heart, and what will make you feel good when you go to bed at night. For me personally, it's having two snowballs. But I like even numbers, so maybe that's the thing. All right, so do not only pay off debt, save cash. This is my strategy again, guys. And I hope that you resonate with it. I hope it gives you some value. I hope maybe it's inspiring to you, because I believe that it's a better way to go. But if not, that is okay as well. And you can take what you need out of it, and you can do the debt snowball and save your cash later. That's up to you. Okay, so as I explained, I don't believe in using all our savings to pay off debt only. There's a lot of things that can happen to where you might need that cash. And in those situations, like right now, owing $5,000 less on my car doesn't change my monthly payment. But if I had that $5,000 in cash, I could use that to survive for 2 months, or 1 month, depending on your bills, and not go into more debt. So you see the logic in that? When you have cash on hand, it can save you from going into more debt in extreme situations, and sometimes not so extreme. So you don't want to get into more debt trying to cover unexpected expenses. The only solution is money balance. If you are left, for example, with $400 extra every month after you pay your bills, a lot of people would say, you put all that 400 into paying debt. Get that debt snowball running, I say take 200, pay off debt, and put 200 in savings. I believe by balancing your money like this, you will pay your debts off faster, but you'll also be building your emergency savings cash fund. And for me, that is critical. So my steps include cash savings. I wrote here 1 to 2,000 in cash savings. Honestly, I believe we should have 3 to 6 months first. It depends on your situation, depends on how financially stable you are at the moment. There's no right or wrong way to do that. You need to decide what number you're going to be comfortable with having on the side as a backup plan or as an emergency plan until you pay off your debt and you're able to start saving more. But I would definitely up that. I mean, in reflection of the current situation around the world, I would say 4,000, 5,000. And have that as my minimum cash savings, because things are really extreme right now, and we just don't know what's going to happen. But 2,000 is also great. If you can get to that, do it. And again, it really depends on your lifestyle and your expenses. You might be able to last 2 months on 2,000, and that's awesome. But if you're not, you need to up that. Okay. Step number 2, add extra debt payments to your monthly bills. So you'll see this in our monthly budget. When you do your monthly budget, you're going to list all your monthly expenses you have to pay no matter what, and then you're going to have a little bit of leftover money, or maybe a lot of leftover money, hopefully, if you're doing some side hustles and making some good money. Okay, so the idea is, yes, you're going to take your smallest debt first and get that completely paid off. So if you have a credit card that has $2,000 on it, and another one that has $5,000, and then a car and a house loan and maybe student loans, obviously you can take that smallest one, hopefully with the highest interest rate, and pay that off. So that once that's paid off, you're not going to have that minimum payment anymore, and then you can take that money and use it to get those snowballs running, whether it's going to be one or two. So yeah, decide, what your debt is. Decide how many months you want to get it paid off in, or maybe you can't decide that. Maybe it's dependent on how much you have left over. Calculated it, how much you can pay off, how long it's going to take, and add that to your monthly budget. So then you'll have on your monthly budget, you'll have rent, food, gas, electricity, whatever else, and then you'll have extra debt payment as an item on your budget sheet. And you need to pay that every single month like a bill, and be really, really strict with it. And that way, before you know it, that debt will be paid off and you'll be on to step number 2. So keep saving, even though your cash savings at this point, even though you have your cash savings at this point, you need to keep saving no matter what, no matter how small. So if you've already saved your 2,000 or your 4,000, whatever that you decide it is, even while you're paying off that extra debt, again, I still say keep saving. Let's go back to a scenario. Let's say now we have $400 a month to save, but we already have our 2,000 in cash savings. Maybe now I would say, okay, I'm going to put 300 towards that, but I'm still going to put 100 in my cash savings and keep building my savings and my wealth there. Here I say calculate how much money you need to last 3 to 6 months, and add that into your monthly budget. 3 to 6 months salary. So if your salary is $5,000 a month, obviously for 3 months you'd need $15,000. For 6 months you would need $30,000. So you don't want to go with huge goals that might overwhelm you. Start with 3 months, say $15,000. So whatever extra money you have, you want to go ahead and budget that on a line as well. Okay, so you're gonna have your extra debt payment of $300, and then you're gonna have your extra cash savings of $100. And then as soon as that debt's paid off, you're gonna have more money available to pay off the next debt, and also split between saving towards that 3 to 6 months salary cash savings account that you'll have for emergencies. Okay. Step number 4, be strict. Guys, you got to be strict with yourself. Again, balance. I always say be kind and have courage as well when it comes to a budget. So you want to allow yourself to make mistakes, but then at the same time, you want to autocorrect yourself. You want to be strict on yourself. You want to tell yourself, okay, we made this mistake this month. This happened or that happened that maybe I wasn't in charge of, or maybe I just decided to go buy that new outfit that I wanted, or go out to that dinner that I wanted. But okay, we've done that now, and now we're going to correct it. We're going to pull the strings back in, pull the reins back in, and get back on track. So be kind to yourself, but also have the courage to be strict and to tell yourself, let's get back on track. Let's push through this, so that you can get to the point where you are debt free and you start building real wealth, and you start investing in your retirement fund. You start investing in property or stocks or IRAs or whatever it is that you're interested in, and start building a future for yourself and your children and your family to come. So no one ever said success is easy. You have to hold yourself accountable. Also, other people holding you accountable is really awesome. There are a lot of groups on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, Budget Freedom. Please follow me. I'm also on Facebook if you're interested in that, and obviously YouTube. There are a lot of other people there, though. Great people that are really supportive, really kind, really encouraging, giving great ideas. I love it. I love the community on Instagram. So I would encourage you to sign up. Get on there, or if you're on Facebook, sign up with my Facebook page and anybody else's that you're interested in, and draw encouragement from there to keep going. Family and friends are also a great source of support and encouragement if they do that for you. If you slip one month or have other things that come up, that's okay. As long as you get up, get back on your feet, keep budgeting, and keep working on your goals. Remember, cash is king. Only cash can save you in a pinch, guys. That is my belief. I have been debt free for a long time. We do now have a mortgage, and I want to be debt free from that now. So I'm also working on this, and I'm going to be posting those updates and encouraging you guys and telling you, my pitfalls and my successes and my tips and ideas. But we all want to be debt free and just be financially free. That's why I name my channel and my business Budget Freedom, because you budget to freedom. Budgeting, it's a path. It's a choice that you make that will lead to you being financially free one day, and then ultimately just free in life. So I really hope that you guys resonate with that you get some encouragement out of this, that I'm helping, and I'm excited to come back and do another video and get through the rest of the book, show you the rest of the steps that I have. And if you guys want to start today, the downloaded workbook is available on my website. You can download it immediately and start now. All of these slides are in the book, and there is a step-by-step tutorial on how to go through setting up your budget. So it's really easy. You don't even need me, but I am going to make the videos to show you how to do it in the meantime. And again, find me on Instagram and Facebook because I post there all the time and give you a lot of tips and snapshots of how I'm doing my budget. All right, guys, please hit the bell notification, subscribe, and like, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.